lot of people, including myself for a while, weren't too aware about the Japanese Pokemon anime, as well as its differences. I was even pretty sure that the Japanese Pokemon anime dub was the exact same until I tried watching it. Of course, the main plot of the anime was about the same, but I can notice a few different things in the anime that are probably based off different acceptance of anime in Japan than here. So that's why I'll be explaining today the differences between the Pokemon anime in Japan and the dub, and I'll end the video with my personal take on if the Pokemon anime is better in English or Japanese. Before we get started though, make sure you like and subscribe if you can. I'll start off with series plot between the two. In the Japanese and English Pokemon anime, it's almost the same, except for minor plot changes that can be to make the anime more appealing to their audience. Nevertheless, the changes in plot can be at bigger scale at times. Examples of this include Misty and Ash slightly changing the idea of a world coronation series, and most recently, editing the 4-part miniseries of Arceus into a feature-length film. Sometimes these changes can be fine or at least not bothersome, but most of the time it kinda just feels like a weaker and watered down version of the original anime. For this, I would prefer the Japanese Pokemon anime over the English dub. The second change that happens with the Pokemon anime in Japanese and English dub is how some things change through censorship. Although this doesn't happen too often in the Pokemon anime, it can be pretty funny at times when it is involved. This is usually because of things that are acceptable in Japan, but not as acceptable elsewhere. Another way this happens is due to cultural ties to certain aspects that could be a risk to the producers of the English Pokemon anime. Rarely is censorship due to health, except for the Porygon episode that gave many kids in Japan epileptic seizures, but for most Pokemon censorship, it's kinda funny and laughable. I think that the Japanese Pokemon anime is better this way. I mean, just grow up producers. The final difference that will decide which version of the Pokemon anime is better is the level of character development. Now, to be fair, both variations of the Pokemon anime don't have much character development apart from XY and XYZ. I still feel that the Japanese Pokemon anime chooses to portray more character development than the English dub. I've seen this a few times in Pokemon Journeys, but to be honest, it doesn't really make enough of a difference to decide if it's good or not. In conclusion, I think that the Pokemon anime is way better in the Japanese version. Although I started watching the Pokemon anime in the dub, I seem to enjoy it a lot more in the Japanese version, mainly just because I could watch it 6 months earlier. So if you're watching the Pokemon anime, I really suggest you try it in Japanese. Thanks for watching. Put your ideas and opinions down below, and I will see you next time. Hey guys, when I say here, it means the rest of the world, because not everybody watches Pokemon in the English or Japanese dub.